secrets to controlling the mind of another are not found in cheap tricks or manipulative tactics. They are found within the mastery of oneself. We often seek the approval of others, strive to gain control over the outcomes we desire, and attempt to mold external circumstances to suit our needs. Yet this is the path of those who lack understanding. Those who are ruled by their passions are slaves, not only to their desires, but to the world around them. To control anything outside of oneself, first one must master their own soul. The ancient Stoics knew this well. Epictetus once said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." It is through the disciplined cultivation of inner strength, control over our emotions, and the development of a virtuous character that we become truly irresistible. This is not about shallow charm or surface-level attraction. It is about becoming the kind of man whose very presence commands respect, admiration, and yes, desire. In this pursuit of mastery, we reveal 9 irresistible traits that women are naturally drawn to, traits that are forged in the crucible of Stoic wisdom. These traits are not superficial. They are the very embodiment of a man who has tamed the wild forces within himself and learned to stand unshaken in the storms of life. Number 1. Unyielding self-control, the foundation of true power. Women are irresistibly drawn to men who are in control, not of others but of themselves. Self-control is the cornerstone of the Stoic philosophy. As Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." A man who can control his impulses, who does not react out of anger, fear, or lust, is a man who stands firm when others falter. We live in a world that constantly seeks to provoke us, to pull us away from our center. But the Stoic man does not waver. He does not seek validation from outside sources. He does not need the approval of others to feel complete. His sense of worth comes from within, from his ability to govern himself in all situations. A woman senses this strength. She sees a man who does not lose himself in trivialities or fleeting desires, and she is drawn to him. His composure in the face of temptation, his ability to remain calm in the face of adversity, these are the hallmarks of a man who is in control of his own destiny. Number 2. Emotional resilience, the strength of a fortified mind. Rejection, failure, disappointment, these are the fires in which a Stoic mind is forged. Emotional resilience, the ability to withstand hardship without being broken, is one of the most attractive qualities a man can possess. Women are drawn to men who are not swayed by their emotions, who do not crumble under pressure, and who remain steady in the face of life's inevitable challenges. Seneca, one of the great Stoic philosophers, wrote, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." A man who has endured suffering and come out the other side stronger is a man who can handle the unpredictability of life. He does not avoid pain, nor does he run from discomfort. Instead, he embraces adversity, knowing that it is through struggle that one becomes truly resilient. This kind of emotional fortitude is magnetic. It creates a sense of safety and stability, qualities that are deeply attractive because they are rare. A man who is emotionally resilient is not controlled by his circumstances. He controls his response to them. In doing so, he becomes the kind of man who can weather any storm, and that is a quality that commands respect and admiration. Number 3. Unwavering purpose, the magnetism of focus. A man with a clear sense of purpose radiates an energy that is impossible to ignore. The Stoics believe that each of us has a role to fulfill in life, a path that aligns with our inner nature. This purpose is not dictated by society or the expectations of others. It comes from deep within, from a place of inner conviction and clarity. When a man knows his purpose, he becomes unstoppable. His actions are deliberate, his choices meaningful, and his time precious. He does not waste his energy on trivial pursuits or fleeting pleasures. Instead, he focuses all of his efforts on achieving his goals, on walking his path with unwavering determination. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." This is the code by which a man with purpose lives. He does not compromise his values for temporary gain. He is driven by something greater, something more profound, and this sense of direction makes him irresistibly attractive. Women are drawn to men who have a sense of mission, who are committed to something beyond themselves. This kind of man does not chase after others because he is already chasing after something far more important, his purpose. And in doing so, he naturally draws others toward him. Number 4. Unbreakable calm. The allure of tranquility. There is something undeniably attractive about a man who remains calm in the midst of chaos. While others panic, he remains composed. While others are consumed by anxiety, he is at peace. This kind of tranquility is not an accident. It is cultivated through the Stoic practice of self-awareness and discipline. Epictetus taught, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. The Stoic man understands that external events are beyond his control, but his inner state is always within his power. He does not allow the world to dictate his mood or his sense of well-being. Instead, he cultivates a deep sense of inner peace that remains unshaken by the turbulence of life. This calmness is irresistible. It provides a sense of stability and reassurance that is deeply appealing. A man who can remain serene under pressure is a man who can be trusted, a man who exudes confidence not from arrogance, but from a deep well of inner strength. Number 5. Detachment from outcomes, the freedom of letting go. One of the most profound lessons of Stoicism is the concept of detachment, specifically detachment from the outcomes of our actions. As humans, we are often fixated on results. We want success, recognition, and validation. But the Stoics remind us that these things are beyond our control. What we can control is the effort we put into our actions, not the results they yield. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This wisdom teaches us that true power lies in the ability to let go of the need for external validation. The Stoic man does not attach his self-worth to the success or failure of his endeavors. He acts with integrity and effort, and then he releases the need to control the outcome. This detachment is liberating. It frees a man from the chains of insecurity and desperation. Women are drawn to this kind of man because he does not need approval. He is already whole within himself. His confidence comes from his actions, not from how others perceive him, and this makes him irresistibly magnetic. Number 6. Uncompromising honor. The gravitas of virtue. Honor is a trait that transcends time and culture. It is the foundation of true masculinity and the hallmark of a man who lives by a code of virtue. For the Stoics, living with honor meant aligning one's actions with principles of justice, courage, and wisdom. It meant doing what is right, not what is easy. Seneca wrote, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." A man of honor does not crave material wealth, power, or status. He craves virtue. He is guided by a moral compass that remains steadfast even in the face of temptation or adversity. This kind of integrity is rare, and it is incredibly attractive. Women are drawn to men who live with purpose and principle, who are not swayed by the whims of society or the desires of the moment. A man who upholds his values in all circumstances is a man who commands deep respect and admiration. Number 7. Courage and vulnerability, the strength to be seen. In a world where men are often taught to hide their emotions, to avoid vulnerability, and to project an image of invincibility, the Stoic approach offers a different kind of courage, the courage to be vulnerable. This does not mean weakness. It means the strength to face one's fears, insecurities, and emotions head-on without being controlled by them. As Epictetus said, "He who is brave is free." The Stoic man is not afraid to be vulnerable because he has nothing to hide. He is secure in himself, in his ability to face pain, rejection, and disappointment without being diminished by them. His vulnerability is not a sign of fragility, but of incredible strength. Women are drawn to this kind of man because he is authentic. He does not wear masks to impress or manipulate. He is open, honest, and real. And in a world full of pretense, this kind of authenticity is powerfully attractive. Number 8. Patience in adversity, the power of perseverance. Patience is a virtue that is often overlooked, yet it is one of the most powerful traits a man can possess. The Stoics understood that life is full of setbacks, disappointments, and challenges. But they also understood that it is not these events that define us, it is how we respond to them. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This is the essence of Stoic perseverance. A man who practices patience is not swayed by frustration or defeat. He understands that all things happen in their own time and that true success requires enduring the struggles along the way. This kind of patience is magnetic because it is a sign of true strength. A man who does not rush, who does not give up when things get hard, is a man who can be relied upon. His persistence, even in the face of difficulty, makes him a pillar of stability and strength, which is irresistibly attractive. Number 9. The quiet confidence of humility. The gravitas of knowing one's limits. Finally, one of the most irresistible traits a man can possess is quiet confidence. The kind of confidence that comes not from arrogance but from humility. The Stoics understood that true wisdom lies in knowing how little we actually know. This humility does not diminish a man's confidence, it deepens it. Seneca said, "A wise man is content with his lot, whatever it may be, without wishing for what he has not." This kind of contentment is born from the realization that we are all imperfect, that we all have limits, and that true confidence comes from accepting this fact with grace. Women are drawn to men who are humble because humility is a sign of wisdom. It shows that a man is secure enough in himself to acknowledge his flaws, to listen to others, and to continue growing. This quiet confidence is far more powerful than the loud bravado of those who are insecure. The traits that make a man irresistible are not superficial. They are forged in the fires of self-mastery, emotional resilience, and unwavering virtue. These are the traits of a man who has embraced the wisdom of the Stoics, who understands that true power comes not from controlling others, but from mastering oneself. In this journey, we are all called to rise above our base desires, to overcome our destructive emotions, and to cultivate the kind of inner strength that makes us truly irresistible. It is not an easy path, but it is the path of those who seek to live with purpose, honor, and courage. As Marcus Aurelius reminds us, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. The time for action is now. The world needs more men who embody these virtues, who live with integrity, and who are unshaken by the chaos around them. If you seek to control the mind of another, first control your own. Master yourself, and the world will follow. What are your views on this? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I will personally read all of your comments. And if you seriously want to level up in life, don't forget to show some love by hitting the like and subscribe button. Stay strong. Until next time.